Hello everyone. Welcome back to Miss Green's lesson. How are you today? I'm great too. Let's start our lesson today with Unit 5, Lesson 5A, Reading, page 89. Before we start, make sure you have with you Write on 6 Students Book, Write on 6 Workbook, your notebook, pen, and pencil with you. Are you ready? Let's start! In the previous lesson, we read a text about the London Transport Museum. We knew some information about this destination from its opening hours to its history, as well as feedback from the visitors. So, are you ready to find out what we're learning today? Let's start right now. Firstly, I will present means of transport to you. Looking at the pictures, could you guess what means of transport means in Vietnamese? Đúng vậy, nó có nghĩa là phương tiện di chuyển. Now, let's look back at the pictures and do exercise 3. In this exercise, you're going to listen and repeat.
Plane, helicopter, bus, car, train, motorcycle, tram, taxi, ship, bike, bicycle.
Now, I will hide all the text. Can you look at the pictures and tell me the correct means of transport? Let's begin with picture 3. What means of transport is that? Is it bus?
Bus,
Very good. How about picture 5? Could you tell me the answer? Let's check.
train,
Excellent. Picture 1. What means of transport is that?
plane,
Good job. Picture 6. Do you know what means of transport is that?
motorcycle,
Very good. How about picture 9? Is it ship?
ship,
Excellent. Picture 7. What is your answer?
tram,
That's right. Picture 10. Can you tell me the word for picture 10?
bike, bicycle,
Excellent. Picture 4. What means of transport is that?
car,
Very good. How about picture 2? Can you tell me the answer?
helicopter,
That's right. And the last one. What is the means of transport in the last picture? Let's check your answer.
taxi.
Excellent. Wow, you've learned the vocabulary so well. These means of transport are very familiar, aren't they? So, are there any means of transport that you haven't tried before? Vậy thì có những phương tiện di chuyển nào mà các bạn chưa từng thử trước đây không? I see. As for me, I've never traveled by ship before, but I would like to try them someday. Now, why don't we move on to the next exercise? In exercise 4, listen to the sounds. Which of the means of transport can you hear? This exercise is pretty simple, so listen carefully for the answers. Have you got the answers? Which means of transport did you hear? The first one is. How about the second one? The third one? And finally, the last means of transport is. Very good. Let's check your answers. Wow, you've got everything correct. Excellent, everyone. Now, how about starting the next exercise? Before we start exercise 5, let's have a look at the note box first. As you can see, means of transport can be used with prepositions like by, on, or in. Firstly, we use by with all the means of transport above to show how a person traveled. Chúng ta có thể sử dụng giới từ by với tất cả những phương tiện di chuyển ở bài tập số 3. Chúng ta có thể nói travel by bike hoặc là go by plane. Tiếp theo, đối với những giới từ như on hoặc in thì chúng chỉ có thể sử dụng với những phương tiện di chuyển nhất định. Ví dụ, đối với giới từ on, chúng ta có thể nói get on a bus hoặc get on a ship. Và chúng ta chỉ sử dụng giới từ in đối với những phương tiện di chuyển như xe hơi, trực thăng hoặc là xe taxi. Chúng ta có thể nói get in a car hoặc get in a helicopter. Did you get it? Great! So, how will we apply this knowledge to the next exercise? In exercise 5, use the adjectives in the list to compare the means of transport. Tell your partner. Look at the example. We are going to make comparisons using the comparative form of adjectives. Chúng ta sẽ sử dụng dạng so sánh hơn của tính từ để đặt ra những câu so sánh. Ví dụ, đối với tính từ fast, chúng ta có thể nói cars are faster than bicycles. Hoặc các bạn có thể sử dụng những giới từ mà mình vừa học ban nãy để nói traveling by cars is faster than traveling by bicycles. Ngoài ra, các bạn nhớ chú ý dạng so sánh đúng của tính từ ngắn và tính từ dài nhé. For this exercise, I will give you 2 minutes to make the comparisons. You should use at least 4 adjectives. You can pause the video here to start doing this exercise. Time's up. Could you tell everyone how you compare the means of transport we have learned? What else? Very good. Your ideas are so creative. Now, let's see how they compare these means of transport.
Helicopters are more exciting than buses. Trains are more relaxing than cars. Buses are more exciting than cars. Trains are more relaxing than buses. Helicopters are more exciting than buses. Trains are more relaxing than cars. Buses are more exciting than cars. Helicopters are more exciting than buses. Trains are more relaxing than cars. Buses are more exciting than cars. Helicopters are more exciting than buses. Trains are more exciting than cars. Buses are more exciting than cars. Helicopters are more exciting than cars. Buses are more exciting than cars. Helicopters are more exciting than cars. Buses are more exciting than cars. Helicopters 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 are more exciting Bikes are more tiring than cars. Ships are more boring than planes. Buses are cheaper than taxis. Planes are more expensive than trains.
We have finished another exercise. Let's start exercise 6. This exercise will develop critical thinking skills and the ability to describe an imaginary situation. This exercise will ask you to imagine you are in the London Transport Museum. Why are you there? Who's with you? What can you see? How do you feel? Chúng ta sẽ phải tưởng tượng một chuyến đi đến Viện Bảo tàng, cũng như đọc thêm những thông tin trong bài đọc để trả lời những câu hỏi mà đề bài đặt ra. So, how can we reply to these questions? The first one, why are you there? You can use being on a holiday, hanging out at the weekend, or going on a school trip as the purpose for your visit to the museum. As for the next question, who is with you? It can be anyone, your family, your friends, your classmates, or you can say that you go alone. It's your imagination. To answer the question about what you can see at the museum, you can read the text again to find out. Finally, the last question. This question requires you to express your feelings, such as being excited or glad that you visit the museum. You should also include the reason why you feel that way. Ngoài ra, các bạn cũng có thể miêu tả thêm những điều khác. Ví dụ như bảo tàng đã đông đúc như thế nào vào lúc các bạn tham quan, hoặc các bạn đã gặp được một người bạn có cùng sở thích với mình. Bởi vì đây là trí tưởng tượng của các bạn, cho nên đừng lo lắng hay ngại ngần nhé. Before you start doing this exercise, let's listen to a student talking about her trip to the London Transport Museum.
I am in the London Transport Museum with my family. We are on holiday in London for the week, so we are tourists. I like going to museums. I can see all kinds of transport, both old and new. There are red London buses and underground trains. I feel very excited because I'm a train fan.
Now you know how to describe your trip. You can pause the video here for 5 minutes to prepare your ideas. Your 5 minutes start now. Have you finished? Very good. Could you tell everyone your trip to the London Transport Museum? Very nice. What else? What an interesting story. I believe that you had an unforgettable time there. Let's do the last exercise of today's lesson, shall we? In this exercise, we are going to collect more information about the London Transport Museum. Prepare a quiz for your classmates. Để có thể làm được bài tập này, các bạn sẽ cần phải đọc lại bài đọc, cũng như tìm kiếm trên mạng nhiều thông tin khác về bảo tàng. Bây giờ hãy nhìn vào câu hỏi ví dụ. Đối với mỗi câu đố, các bạn sẽ cần có một câu hỏi cụ thể. Sau đó thêm vào các đáp án để người chơi lựa chọn. Đối với mỗi câu hỏi, các bạn có thể thêm vào từ 2 đến 4 lựa chọn. Tuy nhiên, chỉ được có một đáp án đúng. Đừng quên kiểm tra độ chính xác của những thông tin mà các bạn kiếm được trên mạng nhé. Ngoài ra, các câu đố cũng không nên quá khó. Hãy lựa chọn những thông tin cơ bản và thú vị để đặt câu đố. For this exercise, you should come up with at least 2 quizzes. Let's pause the video here and spend 5 minutes searching the information and preparing your quiz. Time's up. Please show us your quiz. Is B the correct answer? Wow, that's amazing! How about the next question? Let me guess. Is A correct? How interesting! Your quizzes are so impressive. Now it's your turn to take part in a quiz game. Let's see how much you know about the London Transport Museum. The first question, what is your answer? Is A the correct answer? Good job! How about question 2? What is your answer for this question? Is it A as well? Amazing! Question 3. What do you think is the answer for this question? Is B the correct answer? I'm sorry, it should be A. Don't worry, let's move on to the next one. Question 4. What do you think is the answer for this one? You think it's B? Let's check. That's right. And the last one. Where was the museum first opened? What's the answer for this one? Is B correct? Excellent! You know about the London Transport Museum so well. Alright, we have finished Unit 5, Lesson 5A, Reading, page 89. For homework and more practice, remember to review all the language points you have learned in this lesson. Then do workbook, page 44. And finally, access the EduHome at eduhome.com.vn for more practice resources. So that's the end of our lesson today. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye and see you again.